send the camera down on the South girls, maybe? And that kind of looks better, maybe further away. Hello.
Let's go!
At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got Grand Champion, and today I got Reserve Grand Champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports, I love my team, I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
Hello and welcome, sports fans. Let me get my audio right here. Hello and welcome, sports fans, to this live video streaming event of Table Rock Sports Productions. I'm Boomer Marshall. I'll be on the call today alongside the one and only Caleb Franklin, who'll be on the video. Welcome to the Lithia Superstore Game of the Week, powered by US Cellular at Siskiyou. Today, we have the visiting Lady Irish of Sheldon High School taking on the home team, the Lady Panthers of South Medford, in this Southwest Conference high-stakes matchup. We're pleased to bring you this game on TableRockSports.net in partnership with the Medford School District and our participating community business partners. Be sure to download the new version of our free app. Watch all Table Rock Sports and network events on your phone, tablet, PC, or anywhere you connect for free. We also invite fans to check out all the features on TableRockSports.net, where you can find Southern Oregon's Sports Spotlight, Athlete of the Week, Pick'em contests, and blogs from our broadcast teams. After this quick break, we'll be back with 6A women's soccer action coming your way. Don't go anywhere.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed. From the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that The parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Turn on. You need to move that table over more. Okay. Sorry, we're back here, live action. We had a scoreboard malfunction. Scoreboard is now working. We'll have Caleb Franklin back up on the video here shortly. But we are underway here at South Medford High School. And the Panthers will have a throw-in.
Well, I know we're keeping it.
How much time left?
You want me to... 38?
38, 37. Thanks to the Table Rock Sports crew, we're going to have some scoreboard now. There's the John L. Scott scoreboard up in the left-hand part of your screen. The Lady Irish have played the Lady Panthers once so far this year. Lady Panthers on the road upset the Lady Irish 3-2. Good defense there from the Lady Irish. They'll take the possession as they try to push the ball up. Nice move, goes around one. There's a nice ball. Irish trying to track it down, but the Panther keeper is there for the save. Threat averted. There's a good ball there to Heather as she's trying to chase it down. Able to get there. Tries to go around the defender. Unable to do so. Heather Ramirez, the senior. Panthers to throw it in. Panthers look to control. Sheldon will clear. And that's on the track, so that's going to take another minute for the ball to be chased down via the track. Touch there to Botero. Sheldon tries to clear with the header. The Panthers will come out wide here to Ingledew. Sheldon takes control, then the Panthers take it right back. That was Morgan Burke. Chasing after it is Botero. Panthers play it forward. Send it out wide to Ramirez. She tries to play a little chip through ball to the forward Botero, but unable to get anything going there. And the Irish's keeper, number 1, Sydney Quinney. Wonder if that's any relation to Jeff Quinney. One-time professional golfer, I think amateur champion from Eugene. Probably some sort of relation there. And Jeff's dad was once upon a time a black tornado.
Yeah, who is no longer with us.
Who's passed. There's a cross. Panther keeper there. But the Quinney family, the lineage goes all the way back through this wonderful town of Medford. And I remember watching Jeff play, and we rooted like heck for him. It was kind of in that time of the Bobby Wolcott era, maybe mid-'90s to late 90s. When Quinney made his run, Wolcott was pitching in the ALCS against the Yankees. And that was a fun summer. Jeff Berry was up in the bigs. You know, it was a good time for Medford natives. Sheldon looks to clear. Ingledew looks to possess. That's going to be out off of the Lady Irish. And the Lady Panthers will have a throw-in. Morgan Burke to throw it in here for the Lady Panthers. It's a good one. Botero, that first touch, has a tough time possessing it. Lady Irish look to clear. It's going to be a good battle up front there between Michaela Titus and Michaela Skurlock. Both seniors have battled against each other for years now in this rivalry, and I'm sure that Titus will be marking Spurlock, and those two will get after one another as they have for the last 3 years. There's Spurlock. She comes to the ball, and nice little through ball there. Surprising that a flag's not up. Sheldon with a cross. Panther keeper there, though. Good little bit of offense there as the Lady Irish using their angles well. Trying to attack with quick, decisive passing. Coming to the ball, and then a good cross, but the Panthers keeper up to the task. Lady Irish kind of lose their footing there. Trying to control. It's Mia Steinbaugh there in the midfield. Just out of the reach of the senior Skurlock, not Spurlock, Michaela. So it's a big matchup of defense from Michaela Titus and offense from Michaela Skurlock, Lady Irish forward, and the Lady Panthers middle back, who's anchored the defense for the Panthers now for the last 4 years. There's a great ball. Botero hustling to it with an opportunity there. She got physically taken to the ground in the box. That easily could have been called a PK. And it will go for naught. Great ball back there. I think that was Morgan Burke. And I played that in football terms through that post pattern. Botero ran under it, had an opportunity to get a touch, but very physical this match so far, as it is every year between these two teams. Skurlock tries to take it away. It's going to come back to Michaela. She plays a nice ball there. Good job by the Panther defense, and they're going to go jump ball again to Botero. Can she outrun the defense? Opportunity here, but Sheldon there to cut her off. That was number 9, Meg Haverland. And Meg did a great job just boxing her out, basically. And there's a through ball. Heather Ramirez trying to track it down. And once again, Sheldon very physical in the fact that using their body to shield off the Panthers forwards on those through balls and running out in front, even with the defense. Speaking of the physical play, off's going to go a Sheldon player. Looks like she maybe got a shot to the nose. That was number 13, Piper Matson. Piper, a senior. You might be wondering why this match is being played at 10:30 on a Saturday morning. I'll give you the reason. The Lady Irish have their homecoming dance tonight, so you don't want to play at 1, get over at 3, get some food by 4, get home just in time to, you know, it's like Quarterback Princess. She had to play the football game the night before, Tammy Maida, and then she was late to the dance. You don't want to be late to the dance. So that's why we're playing here at 10:30 on this piping hot, warm afternoon here in Medford, Oregon. It's all of about 52 degrees, but so far so good. The rain has stayed away. Me and Caleb Franklin have done the Sheldon South Medford trifecta in the last 3 days. We did the volleyball match Thursday night. We did the football game last night up in Eugene and then drove back early this morning from Sutherland, Oregon, where Papa Bill, my grandpa, resides, to be here in time to do the Lady Panthers versus the Lady Irish. So 3 Panthers versus Irish matchups in 3 nights. Well, 2 nights and 1 morning. Thank you for the Lady Irish scheduling their homecoming. I could have really used that extra hour and a half of sleep, but we're here, baby. Human being in hand.
Why human being?
What? Because they have a snowy Mount Ashland, Beach.
Huh?
They have a snowy Mount Ashland.
Hey, there's only one company.
What? Beach said there's only one company into this town, and it's Dutch Brothers. As soon as Dutch Brothers starts making snowy Mount Ashlands, I'll go there. Ingledew giving chase. Once again, Sheldon kind of uses that basketball box-out mentality, and it's worked to their favor here early. This match, though, over the course of the last few years has been one of those that you can tell both squads have circled on their calendar. The Lady Panthers got the better of the Lady Irish earlier in the year with a 3-2 victory on the road. Kind of surprising to some people. The Lady Panthers had been struggling a little bit, but that win really got them kick-started on their season, and they've really been a force ever since. Lady Irish will take it out wide. Good move there. There's the cross. Panthers trying to clear. Keeper for the Panthers able to pounce on top of it. Threat averted for the Lady Panthers. Irish with another good opportunity, but come away with nothing. Ball's played out to midfield. Sheldon probing, trying to attack. Nobody home there. The Lady Panthers will clear. And that'll bring up a throw-in for the Lady Irish. I think that's Michaela Skurlock down in the corner. She looks for a cross, trying to find a teammate. Good defense there from the Lady Panthers as they clear. Sheldon now controls. They miss on that touch, and the Panthers will have a chance to get a break going with some numbers. Ingledew back to her left, looking for a teammate, and turns the ball over there. That was Meg Heverland, the captain for the Lady Irish. Now the Panthers have it at midfield, dribbling with room. Scanning, searching. There's a through ball opportunity. Good idea. Nobody home there on the backside for the Panthers. And Quinny, the keeper. I know we're going to talk about this a lot today, but it's soccer. There's lots of dead time, so I can talk about it. Quinny, not sure any relation to Jeff Quinny, but I know that Jeff resides up in Eugene. That Quinny family has roots back in Medford. The keeper for the Lady Irish, last name Quinny. Jeff now lives in Arizona, so maybe a cousin or a niece.
What?
I was thinking, Joe Brett, that it was Jeff Quinny's maybe relation. Quinny, Q-U-I-N-N-E-Y. There's not a lot of Quinnies out there. Jeff Quinny, once upon a time, the U.S. Am champion. Played on the PGA Tour for a while. Back in the, I was saying, Bobby Walcott / Jeff Barry being up at the bigs time, mid-90s. It was a good time for, the Medford youth making a run in the big shows. But I could be totally striking out on this. This Quinny could not be related at all. So, however, it's a great talking point. You're welcome at home. I got your mind going right now, at least. Here comes the throw-in for the Lady Irish. We're about 13 and a half minutes in, no score. The Irish have had a couple opportunities. The Lady Panthers have had one. Nice little move there. The Irish try to work the ball around. Good pressure there from the Lady Panthers. Good job there from the Irish controlling, and a good job clearing by the Lady Panthers. That's going to go out on the right side of the pylon for the Lady Panthers. That's going to bring up look like a throw-in opportunity for the Lady Irish. But now everybody's running in like it's a corner kick, so maybe the depth perception for me at 232 yards away from the corner is little bit of a problem, and it looks like it's going to be a corner. Panthers have to be sharp defensively here, communicating, marking their men. It's a beautiful corner. Skurlock was there. There's a shot on and just over the crossbar there. And good set piece there from the Lady Irish. And they've had 3 or 4 really good opportunities in front of the net. So far, I've come away with nothing. Donnie Frazier, the principal of South Medford High School, in attendance today. Good to see you, Donnie. Earning that paycheck. That school board meeting must have went well on Wednesday. Or Thursday. Last time I saw Donnie, he was walking out of school at 6 o'clock at night. So, you know, he's not hardly working. He's working hard for this high school and done a great job. I had Mr. Frazier as a counselor, I think, at McLaughlin, and then ultimately at South Medford High School, where he's moved up the chain of command, the ladder, and he's been great for South Medford High School and big part of their success and everything that they've done, from academics to athletics, and just a good guy that cares about kids in the community. It was a good ball, good clear there from Sheldon. They'll throw it right back in the Panthers' end there. Kind of a weird hop, getting physical out there. Shot on with the left foot, and it will sail wide. This match last year up at Sheldon got extremely physical. And so far, from the looks of it, it's going to be just a little bit more of the same. Michaela Titus to play it in for the Lady Panthers. She's got a big boot. Panthers are up to the challenge there. Sheldon will control. And there's another post pattern. Lady Panthers like those deep balls. That one a little too deep, and Quinny will come out and secure the ball for the Lady Irish as they try to mount another attack. Coming now from the back. And that's going to be out off the Lady Panthers, so the Lady Irish will have a throw-in. Skurlock with a beautiful ball down that far side. Probing, attacking. There's a cross. Player there. Shot up and over. The Lady Irish had another great opportunity there, and yet come away with nothing. The Panthers are dodging bullets, it seems like, left and right. However, still 0-0. No score. Tony Coleman checking into the match for the first time. The junior, who's first team All-Southwest Conference as a sophomore. Then decided she wasn't going to come out this season for the Lady Panthers. And about 2 or 3 weeks ago came to coach and said, hey, I made a mistake. I'd like to come back and be a part of the program. And in her first game back, had the game-winning goal. Hadn't touched a soccer ball in about a year. First game back against Grants Pass, she played about 10 minutes. Touched the ball, game-winning goal, and they beat GP 2-1. Good to see her back out on the pitch. She's an explosive, dynamic player, and I know her a little bit, considering she's my stepdaughter. So it's just good to see her back out there with her friends and playing the sport that she loves. Good clear there. And Tony will put pressure on your defense. She gets up and has some speed. Irish will probe. Nice little pass there. Good control on the touch. Morgan Burke, though, says, give me that. That clear attempt, the Irish kind of step in front. Michaela Skurlock. And that's got to be offside. It is. Hand goes up. The Irish, it looked like they had a little bit of a jump there. And they did so. So about halfway through the first half, a little bit less than 20 minutes in. No score. Sheldon's had a lot more opportunities so far. Here goes Titus as she takes a shot to Tony Coleman, who's out in front. Tries to touch and possess. Good play there from Haverland, the senior captain, as the Irish will send it out wide. There's a cross. Can the Irish continue to separate and then get a good shot on? There's a little bit of an over touch. Ball hops there. Coleman looking to possess. Panthers hustling. Great hustle there by Ingledew. Nice little touch there by Coleman. Can't she outrun her? She can. She's out in front. No whistle there. Yeah, I think we might have one. Tony Coleman puts the pressure on the defense. I think we're going to have a whistle, and we are. We're going to have a PK here for the Lady Panthers. And that's the kind of pressure and speed that Coleman can put on you up front. Well, the officials are talking about it now, but I don't think there's much to talk about.
No PK.
Now they're going to call no PK, and it's going to be a corner. Lots of contact there. Not my job to second-guess the officials, but Coleman was definitely knocked off of her feet. So the Panthers will have a corner. Morgan Burke to play, Emily Ingledew to play it in for the Lady Panthers. It's going to go through a bunch of players. Panthers trying to get it into the box. There's the cross. There's a shot on. Quinney there for the Lady Irish. And that ball is played forward. Out is the keeper. Able to make the play there for the Lady Panthers. Ingledew trying to keep it in, and off that first touch just goes out. So the Lady Irish will have a throw-in. See our scoreboard up there in the left-hand part of your screen, the John L. Scott scoreboard. Thank you to our community business partners, and thank you to John L. Scott for their sponsorship, bringing families and communities together here on TableRockSports.net. And there's kind of another ball played. Keeper there for the Lady Panthers. Good job by the Panthers coming back, cutting it off, looking to clear. Unable to control. Panthers now have it here on the near side. Keep it in. Nice little pass there. Now to Coleman. She goes by one defender. Going to go far post. But it's good to see the aggressiveness of Tony and being able to explode and cut. Make one man miss. I'd like to see her possess the ball a little bit more there. Continue to attack that keeper and make her make a decision. But it's just a different feeling when she has the ball out in front there. Like you're waiting for something brilliant to happen. A line change there for the Lady Panthers. A nice little touch. Coleman trying to run Quinney out. There's a good idea there from the Lady Panthers. So I just got word from Demi DeSoto that Jeff Quinney is Sydney's uncle. Sydney, who's in the keeper for the Lady Irish. Jeff's mom and dad, Bob and Leslie, are from Medford, yes. Sydney's dad, Mark Quinney, is at the game.
Mark here?
Yep. That's what Demi said. Lady Panthers will give chase, looking to clear, and I think that's actually going to go off an Irish foot, or Irish boot, and the Panthers will have a throw-in. Here with about 15 minutes left to be played in the first half. We're all tied up here at 0. It's been about as exciting of match you could have that's still 0-0. Michaela Skurlock tries to possess. She'll drop it back here. Sheldon with some room. And the Panther keeper is out for another key save. That's Jada Boutwell. She's about getting that ball, Beach. Lady Irish will now go to Skurlock. One touch back to her right side. She'll make a pass out wide, and the Lady Panthers will try to clear again. Skurlock now tries to go left. Panthers defense is there. Goes back to a Sheldon Irish player. That's going to be up and over. If it was rugby, it might have went through, but not rugby. Panthers is trying to maybe get something going offensively here. Just about 14 minutes left to play in the first half. Irish will play it back into their end. Morgan Burke. Nice little move there. She looks for Coleman on a through ball. Coleman hustling. Quinney there. Panthers a lot of times offensively, it's like one pass, through ball, one pass, chip shot, one pass, deep ball. That was kind of resembled their offense last year. Looks like what they're trying to get done today, looking for that home run. Not a lot of building and angles being used in different triangles, but, let's get it out, let's get it up, and let's try to get it in. One way of doing it. And when you have somebody like Coleman in front that can take the top off the defense, that's a feather in your cap, and looks like they're trying to use their speed in a positive way. No score here. It does make it tough, though, defensively, because you have to hold up when you play that kind of that style. It seems like Sheldon's in possession of the ball the majority of the time. Like here, Skurlock has it. She'll play a nice ball. It looked like they might have been off. No hand up. That ball is going to be played into the box. The Sheldon player's there, off of her head and out. That's going to bring up a goal kick here for the Lady Panthers. And there's contact. Now trying to play it up to Coleman. Coleman on the touch will possess. Coleman out here to her right. Lady Irish take it away as they swing the ball wide. Heather Ramirez comes in, and I think that's going to be out off the Lady Irish. And it is. Lady Panthers will have a throw-in. Looks like Bella Botero checking into the match for the Lady Panthers. No, this is the best covering we can have, too. Hey, Joe, maybe at halftime I can show you what I'm talking about with that canopy and those bleachers. Here we are, about 10 minutes left in the first half. Lady Panthers throw in deep in Sheldon territory here as they try to control. Then they're going to drop it back. That's going to go off an Irish player, or outside of her foot. Panthers try to save it and keep it in. Able to do so. Looking for Coleman. Botero's got it. One touch to Tony. And that's going to go out off a Sheldon player. That should be a corner. And no score here. 30 minutes into the match. Nice little move there. It's a good little chip attempt. That's going to go far post. She was definitely on. Ramirez runs into Quinney, and that one looked like it hurt. Sydney Quinney with that. Going back to that Medford lineage, though, she's got to be tough from that Quinney family. And there's a takedown from the Lady Irish. And they'll be whistled for the infraction. Michaela Titus to play it in here for the Panthers. She goes to Coleman. Coleman possesses. Dribbles to her right. Around a defender. No whistle there as Coleman goes down. Skurlock chasing. Panthers will play it back to their keeper. Boutwell, who will play it out. Panthers look to possess. Ramirez with a over touch on that first touch. It's going to go off a Panther defender. That's going to bring up a Lady Irish corner. Remember, they were very good on that set piece earlier with that corner and had a couple opportunities off the corner. So they'll get another one here with about 8 minutes left to be played in the first half. And no score, all tied up at 0. Soccer acronym. If you don't know about nil, you don't know about soccer.
Okay, what do they call the shoes?
The boots.
Very good, bro.
Yeah, the boots. There's a great corner. Keeper there. Got a piece of it. It goes straight up in front of the goal. Sheldon shot on, up and over. They're going to call it another corner? How do you figure on that? An Irish player kicked it over the net, and they get another chance at a corner? Well, lots of pressure being put on the Panther defense now. Got to communicate. Another good ball here on the corner, far post. And that's going to be out, and now a goal kick here for the Lady Panthers as their defense bows their neck and able to get the job done once again. The Irish have had so many opportunities in front of the net, whether it's set pieces, offensively, attacking. And the Panthers, through 33 minutes, have still given up 0. As it is 0-0. All tied at 0. Skurlock controls. Panthers take it away. There's a good ball. Ramirez, Botero closing in on it. The Lady Irish will be happy to clear. Sheldon tries to push it back down. Skurlock in front. Nice little touch there on the header. Titus is there, though. And she will clear it, and play it out. Mr. Burke in the house.
Hi, easy money. Living the dream. Waiting for the big football game.
My dream has a few extra drinks and a palm tree in it.
Sean Burke.
Hey, what's up?
Waiting for Alabama and Tennessee tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for Oregon, Washington here in another hour.
Beach, what happened to Alabama in the national championship last year?
They lost.
They didn't just lose, they got pounded.
But who's got more national championships?
I'm not talking about, when Bear Bryant was coaching.
Hey.
Beach. I'm talking about last year.
Hey, you know what this means, don't you?
What's that?
Another no championships for the Ducks.
Beach just put up the O and said, you know what this means, don't you? No national championships for the O. Just an Oregon hater. Why do you hate Oregon so much? Because Dye's a cocky player?
You got it.
Well, you hated him last year too, Beach.
He was cocky too.
What about 4 years ago? Who was the cocky player you hated?
Who's the stud running back?
Royce Freeman?
Oh, yeah, he was one of them.
He wasn't cocky.
We'll see.
God-fearing man.
We'll see.
Gould just throws out a player's name and is like, I don't like them, they're cocky. It's just like the NBA. What's the NBA stand for, Beej?
Nothing but attitude.
Nothing but attitudes.
And I'll take one-on-one anytime LeBron James and Larry Bird, who would win? Larry Bird.
Beej just said that in a one-on-one matchup, anytime between LeBron James, Larry Bird wins every time. Oh, that was physical. A free kick here for the Lady Panthers. But I don't want to sell Larry Bird or LeBron James short. They're both top 50 players of all time. But I think they both do it in different ways.
Yeah, that's true.
If Larry Bird was in a shooting contest with LeBron James, that wouldn't even be close. Titus from deep, and it's in there! Michaela Titus from way downtown. Bang! My goodness. And the Lady Panthers take a 1-0 lead.
You see her goal kicks. That's her shot. That's her level that she kicks at.
She pounded that thing from about 35 yards out, back of the net. Said, give me some. And the Panthers have a 1-0 advantage. Seemed like Sheldon has controlled much of the action here in the first half, and all of a sudden you look up with 3 minutes to play in the first half, and the Lady Panthers have a 1-0 lead. Coleman in the midfield, they'll take it away. She'll go past one defender. There's a good-looking through ball. The Irish are there, though, to clear. And the Panthers maybe trying to add one more here before the half. 3 minutes left to be played in the first half. Lady Panthers ahead, 1-0. On a Michaela Titus free ball, long range, bang, bang. Patero to throw in. Touch, Coleman with the header. Now the Panthers in front of the net. Irish look to clear. They do, and the Lady Panthers will have a throw-in with 2.5 left to be played in the first half. Principal Donnie Frazier on the assist on the throw-in. Panthers will drop it back. Whoa, that was physical there. Patero tries to cross. Coleman comes out chasing after it, looks to control. That's a pretty high kick. No whistle. Nice little move there by Patero. Lady Irish step in front. They'll try to get something going the other way. Panthers step back in front. And it's getting real scrappy out there. Now under 2 minutes to be played here in the first half. Irish trying to get something going back to their end of the field. And Panthers are scrappy right now, up to the task. Good little stutter step move on the outside. Panthers defense is there to deflect it out. Lady Irish will have a throw in here with about 100 seconds left in the first half. Skurlock possesses, and that's going to go out off Michaela. And the Lady Panthers will have a throw in here with about 80 seconds left to be played in the first half. Kind of a little missed touch there by the Lady Panthers, and the Irish have possession. And they'll dribble to their right, looking for a cross there. It's going to go past Skurlock, and there was a Lady Irish player there on the far post, but just out of her reach. And the Lady Panthers will have a throw-in here with 60 seconds left. There is the throw-in. Panthers look to control. Ingledew loses it there. Sheldon on like a little left foot cross. They'll head back. They got a girl open there. Chance for a shot on, and there it is. Far post. It just rolls past the goal. And that's going to bring up a goal kick for the Lady Panthers, and they should get out of here, out of the first half now, with a 1-0 lead. 20 seconds and counting here left in the first half. For the Panthers, take your sweet time. Let's get out of here with a 1-0 lead, B.G. Gould. He heard it here first. All the way from the cheap seats down here by the scoreboard in the bathrooms, and surprise, surprise, no concession stand open. And there is the final horn of the first half. The Lady Panthers will take a 1-0 lead to the break. We're going to take one with them. Dr. Champion and his thoughts about being the new superintendent of the Medford School District coming up at halftime. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local U.S. Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
The Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery provide professional, personal, and compassionate care for their patients. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls practice the full scope of services, from corrective jaw surgery to wisdom teeth removal and much more. For more information or to schedule your complimentary dental implant consultation, call 541-779-3781.
We think in our stores that we have the best selection and the best value for the dollar.
My name's Haley, and I've been showing sheep for 5 years through 4-H and pigs for 2 years through 4-H. 2 years ago I got grand champion, and today I got reserve grand champion. It's a really good program, and it teaches the kids self-responsibility. The program wouldn't be how it is today if we didn't have people like Sherb coming out and supporting us.
If you shop with us, you will save money.
Dear Dad, I was afraid to say this to your face, but I heard you yelling again from the stands during my game. You were shouting at the coach, the refs, even the other parents. It embarrasses me when you yell at everyone. It really stresses me out. I love sports. I love my team. I just want to play, but not if you always lose your temper. Love, Katie.
Know your role. Learn more at southernoregonsports.com.
How have you found Medford, and how's the transition been?
The whole Medford community has been incredibly welcoming and supportive, and I've loved to see how this entire community rallies around our schools. I mean, it's just such good things happening for kids all over this community. It's good stuff.
What did you see about the district that presented opportunities you're interested in, challenges maybe that you'll face here in Medford?
Yeah, a lot of great things already happening for students here in this school district. I mean, some of the work around pathways is really incredible, and opportunities for kids to get involved early on to see, am I interested in a particular field or not, and learning that is really incredible here in the district. Yep. And then we have a great board of directors who is very interested in how do we ensure that our students are ready for whatever their next step is? And we talk about having every option open for them. And so that's important too, to have a board that understands that it's got to be always about the students. And then I've gotten to know a lot of the staff here in the district, and whether they're in the classroom or coaching, or they're at central office, or frankly in cafeterias or driving a bus. These are folks who are focused on the students, and so having that opportunity to work with these adults who are so interested in ensuring that our students are successful is just a joy. And so it has been part of my very fortunate career to be able to work in districts where that's been the case, and that's certainly the case here too. And so I was very interested in doing that in a little bit different locale here in Southern Oregon, which has been a joy as well.
Excellent. Heard great things about your visits to Kids Unlimited and Logos to charter schools.
Sure.
School is a little different as we go forward. Meeting the needs of kids, so that's a neat opportunity within the district, a new opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. So this idea of options for kids is something that is very exciting to me. We know that as adults, we like having options whenever we make choices about a variety of things, and the same should be true for our parents and for our students as well. Within a system, having opportunities for students to explore a variety of things, whether, to your point, whether it is in a different environment, a particular different school, or whether it is within our traditional schools, having options for kids is always a good thing. And frankly, it leads to a more quality education, because then the student's able to get in and experiment with some things. And it's not just finding things they love. That's exciting, of course. Yep. But equally exciting is when kids get into something and realize, I hate this. You know, I mean, how much better to discover that when you're 16?
They call that math. Right?
No. How much better to discover that you think you want to be a vet, and instead of figuring out at 26, after you've invested in all the schooling, that I don't really like this. How much better when you're 16 to say, this is gross. I don't want to deal with this. I mean, no offense to vet folks. I appreciate those guys. But again, we want to make sure that there are options for kids in a variety of places, not just high school either. Yeah. One of the things we talk about, I love the staff here in the Medford School District, talking to some elementary teachers recently, this idea of making sure that students are building relationships with each other in our classrooms is so important, because we're a relationship business. I mean, that's what we're all about. And so part of our work with social emotional learning and ensuring that our kids are knowing how to get along with each other, and part of that is in this whole idea of choice.
Mute it now. So what do you do in Eugene? I'm an insurance broker. Okay. And that nothing like kids. That is hard. That is hard to do. Yeah.
She sagged that headlock really well. That's crazy. No,
she didn't go with it.
She sagged.
Hey, I've been here the whole time, Eugene. Come on. Hey, what's up, Boom? Good. She sagged and came right back up, baby.
You know, obviously Jeff, well, Bob, your dad, he passed.
Yeah. 3 years ago. Oh, 3 years. It's been. I was going to say 4, but 3.
With the Medford lineage, so we had to bring it full circle back to.
And they all went to South. They all went to South Eugene. So.
Yeah. And wasn't your dad a part of that?
Yeah.
Berry,
Yeah. 60. Yeah.
1960. That's the one all three.
Yeah. It was like Banks last year did it, right? Yeah. Banks did it. Yeah.
Was the only other team to do it, which is pretty cool to see. That just doesn't.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guy during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on lithiasuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford, and now Bill's Glass in Grants Pass.
Doctors James Savage and Rajiv Rajagopal are happy to welcome Dr. Brian Clevenger to the Associates for Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery. Their offices in Medford, Grants Pass, and Klamath Falls offers a full scope of services from corrective jaw surgery, wisdom teeth removal, general anesthesia, dental implants, and much more. For more information or to schedule a consultation, call 541-779-3781. That's 541-779-3781.
Let's go! At US Cellular, we heard you. You want a wireless plan that works for you. That's why we're giving you unlimited data for just $30 on a network ranked #1 in network quality performance. All that and no hidden fees. That's the best value in wireless. That work for you? US Cellular. Choose fair.
For the best deals in wireless on a network that works in the middle of anywhere, visit Siskiyou Cellular, your local US Cellular agent. 7 locations, including Central Point off Plaza Boulevard.
Circle K is your on-the-go tailgate headquarters. Whether it's a home game or a road game, when you need a big play, call on My Circle K. From their always fresh premium brewed coffee, ice-cold fountain drinks and sodas, fresh made-for-travel deli items. When it comes to special teams, nothing is more special than My Circle K's Kickback Reward Program. Rewards every purchase, every time. Find them, follow them, throw a tailgate party with them. MyCircleK.com.
Listen up, everyone. Listen up. You know that great deal got him a new car? This is the guy from Lithia who made it all possible, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos. Hey, Carlos.
You want someone who's going to take care of you and not just the dealership? My guy should be your guy.
Hola, Carlos.
But not for you, little sister. Thank you for coming.
Find your guide during Jeep Adventure Days going on now at Lithia Chrysler Jeep Dodge of Medford and on LithiaSuperstore.com. Not a dealership, a partnership.
This year, don't just replace your windows, renew them with beautiful and energy-efficient windows from Bill's Glass. Having new windows installed by Bill's Glass dramatically update and improves the look of your home and helps reduce energy bills year-round. Let Bill's Glass show you what you've been missing. Bill's Glass, the largest glass company in Southern Oregon for your home or auto, as well as the trusted industry leader for over 40 years. Bill's Glass in Ashland and Medford. And now, Bill.
Welcome back here as we go to the second half. The Lady Panthers on top 2-1. Just got a chance to talk with Mark Quinney. Sidney Quinney, who's in as the keeper for the Lady Irish. We were trying to figure out the connection between the Quinney name, Jeff Quinney, who was the U.S. amateur champion golfer with Medford roots. His parents, Bob and Leslie. Bob was a part of that 1960 class here for the Black Tornado with the great Jerry Anderson, Jim Barry. That class where they won all 3 state titles and all 3 sports in 1 year. So that Quinney name has some carries some weight here in Southern Oregon, as Bob Quinney was a part of that great run and winning all 3 state championships in all 3 sports his senior year: football, basketball, baseball. Last team to do it at the highest classification in the state of Oregon. That was the class in 1960. Is it 1960 or class of 1961, Beach? 59-60. So class of 60, football was 59. And, the likes of Jerry Anderson, Jim Barry, Bob Quinney. Give me a couple other names, Beach. Laurel Dean. But anyways, it was great to get to be able to talk to Mark, Sidney's dad, who's Jeff Quinney's brother, Mark, and then Mark's wife is watching at home. I didn't catch her name here on Table Rock. So hello to you at home, Mrs. Quinney. Sidney's out there battling, and she said Mark said you probably turned the volume off already.
All the athletes went to South Virginia.
Yeah, here's a corner for the Panthers. Somebody in front there, and I think that was Burke. Good ball there. I think that was Botero from the corner, and we're going to have the replay, too, of Michaela Titus's goal from about 35-plus yards out on that free kick. So we'll check that out here in a minute. Kayla Skurlock. There's a little opportunity for a through ball. The Panthers are up to the task there. And that ball's touched outside to Heather Ramirez. Back now to the Panthers. Dribble one way, go another. And they look for a through ball there to Botero. Nobody home, though. And Quinney there to pick up the loose change for the Lady Irish. Sydney Quinney, the sophomore keeper for Sheldon, and she'll play it out. Panthers there, looking for possessions that kind of pinballs around. Irish will come away with it, trying to build now from the back. More of a possession team than, say, the Lady Panthers. They had mostly the possession in the first half, but the Lady Panthers, kind of a home run hitting team, able to strike from distance when Michaela Titus powered one in from about 35 plus out. And she's got a big boot, and she put it in the back of the net. And that's where we stand here with about 37 and a half minutes left to be played in the second half. BG Gould, you got a score update for me?
Yeah, Oklahoma just scored 3 touchdowns in the third quarter to lead 49-14.
Oklahoma leads 49-14 over the Mountaineers of West Virginia University. You heard it here first. BG Gould, the Sooners, Boomer Sooner. The Irish was off there, but not called. Boomer Sooner, which, my name is Boomer. Callan Sperry there, thought she was off. Hand didn't go up. She kind of quit on the play because she thought she was off. Is that Morgan Burke there? I think it is. Burke now will try to sail it out wide. Panthers had somebody there. It just kind of touched off of an Irish defender. Panthers chase it down. And the Irish will play it out. That's going to bring up a corner here for the Lady Panthers. Good job of the Lady Panthers putting pressure on that Irish defense. And here they come away with another opportunity here for a set piece. Looks like Botero to play it in on the corner. You got to keep your eyes on Michaela Titus. Got to have her marked. Near post, great play there by Sydney Quinney as she comes out on the near post. Elevated for the ball, went up and got it. And nullified the Panthers' opportunity there. Now the Lady Irish trying to build something offensively. Take it back there. For the Lady Panthers, you got to know where Skurlock's at, Michaela. She's a dynamic, explosive, offensive player. She gets the touch here, spins to her left, and the Panthers are up to the challenge, and Lady Irish almost catch it on the run there. Now it's getting physical, no whistle as they're going to let them play on. Lady Panthers come out of there with it, Titus to Burke, and the Lady Irish take control. Morgan Burke there kind of lowers the shoulder. And it'll be a free kick now for the Lady Irish. There is the free kick. Skurlock hustling after it. That's going to sail out, and the Lady Panthers will have a goal kick here with about 34 minutes and 40 seconds on the nose remaining in the second half. The difference right now, a Michaela Titus free kick from about 35 yards that she blistered into the back of the net. Titus will play it out here on the goal kick. Puts a big boot into it there. Lady Irish with a header, play it forward. Panthers step in front of that one as they try to now transition into an attack mode. Botero hustling after it. There's a cross and off the goalpost. What would Chris Collinsworth say on a Sunday night? Doink! Off the post after the Chicago Bears missed all 4 field goal attempts in that wild card matchup last year. Lady Irish will play it out on the goal kick. Morgan Burke in the midfield. Dynamic player. Irish pointing, saying, hey, give it to me long. Give it to me long. Panthers got a drop here. They got Sperry out in front. But Burke takes it away. And then she plays that ball that's just out of the reach of the Lady Panthers. And the Lady Irish will have a throw-in here. Down 1-0, 33 minutes left to be played here in the second half. The difference in the match so far, Michaela Titus from distance. Put it in the back of the net. Good touch there by the Panthers. Now Sheldon will take it away. Titus back there defensively. Good little header forward by the Panthers. Now trying to build something as they go forward. The Lady Irish up to the challenge there. Will turn it over. Sheldon now trying to get something going offensively. That's a little too far out in front as the Panthers rally to the ball. I think it's going to go out, and they will have a goal kick. So Titus will play it back in for the Lady Panthers. Michaela puts a good boot into it. Panthers look to control. Try to send one out wide. The Irish defense is there, though. Off the missed touch from the Lady Irish. The Panthers have it. They'll turn it back over in the midfield. Irish trying to build from there. They'll drop it back. Irish will track it down. Bella Botero out in front of the defense, and good job there by Meg Haverland. Now Skurlock out in front of the defense. Out comes the Panther keeper, and able to put it away is Jada Boutwell. So Boutwell does a nice job of coming out, nullifying that opportunity there for the Lady Irish. Ball kind of pinballs around. Now the Lady Irish have it. And good pressure there on the defense from Morgan Burke. And that's going to go out off the Lady Irish, and Lady Panthers will have a throw-in. You can see the pressure, kind of ratcheting up, and Panthers getting after them defensively now, and Irish starting to grow a little bit frustrated on the offensive end, not able to get much going. Heather Ramirez marking on the defense. Lady Irish turning it back over. Michaela Titus, Johnny on the spot. That ball hops. Haverland's there, though. Uses her body, does a nice job of using her body to shield. Now Titus, with the header, pushes it forward for the Lady Panthers. The Irish will take over there. Skurlock now out in front of the defense. And the Lady Panthers are able to clear. And that was the right call, so that's going to bring up it looked like they were going to call a goal kick. Now they're going to call a corner. Sophia Schmidt, the junior forward, to play it in here for the Lady Irish, looking for Skurlock. Panthers are there, though. Now here with an opportunity to get a run out. Maybe an opportunity with some numbers. Botero will play it out wide. Nobody home there for the Lady Panthers. And the Lady Irish will have a throw-in. Coleman coming back into the match for the Lady Panthers? Well, not yet. Handball situation there for South Medford. So it'll be a free kick here for the Lady Irish with 29 minutes left to be played here in the second half. Lady Panthers lead 1-0 in this Southwest Conference showdown. The Lady Panthers shocked Sheldon up there a couple weeks ago and winning 3-2. There's a beautiful pass. Spurlock far post, and in the back of the net, Michaela Skurlock with the equalizer, and we're all tied up here at 1. And just like that, Sheldon answers, and it's like the Michaela show both ways. Michaela Titus on one side, Michaela Skurlock on the other, and we're all tied up. One apiece with about 29 minutes left to be played here in the match. Coleman will drop it back to Burke. Looking for Ramirez there on the left side. Ramirez loses possession there, goes out, and the Lady Irish will have a throw-in. Here with 28 and a half minutes left to be played. And that touch will go out off the Lady Irish, so the Lady Panthers now with a throw-in. Schmidt to Skurlock. Michaela. Panthers step in front. Morgan Burke with the overtouch, though. Sheldon will have possession. Drop it back as they try to move it forward. Looking for Skurlock. Panthers are there, though, and they are able to clear. And that will go out, so a throw-in here for the Lady Irish. Just under 28 minutes left to be played here in the second half. Sophia Schmidt controls. Panthers now take over. There's a little through ball opportunity. Coleman now one-on-one with the defense. Oh, and just off of her left kneecap. That touch. Tony in the open field like that is dangerous. And that ball will roll out, and the Panthers will have a throw-in. Riley Michael will throw it in for the Lady Panthers. The senior defender. Ooh. Panthers go right off the dome piece of an Irish player. Morgan Burke hustling after it. Burke looks to control. Slides down, comes away with it. As she looks forward on a through ball for Coleman. Coleman chasing after it. And just out of her reach. She had a step on the defense. That looked like a handball almost there. Panthers now looking to control and possess and get something going offensively. High side guy. Titus comes up from her back defensive spot. Going to make a move, go around one defender. Now is going to play it up and out in front. There, the Panther forward. I'm not sure I get the number on that, but that'll bring up a goal kick here for the Lady Irish. All tied up at 1. It's been Michaela for the Lady Panthers on a free kick from about 35 yards out, and then Michaela from Sheldon, Skurlock, tied it up at 1 apiece on a beautiful header off of a set piece on a free kick. So both teams have scored on a set piece on a free kick situation, and both girls from each squad named Michaela have put it in the back of the net. Here with 25 minutes exactly left to be played in the second half, all tied up at 1. Remember the Lady Panthers a couple weeks ago went on the road and won kind of a shocker at that point because the Lady Panthers had been struggling up to that point. Went on the road, beat one of the top 5 teams in the state, and Sheldon 3-2 up there. And here, showing that it wasn't a shocking matter, it wasn't a shocking result. The Lady Panthers can play with them, one of the top 5 teams in the state. Here's Titus from about 60 yards out. She puts a boot on one, and the Lady Irish are able to clear. Now Skurlock in the open field, and Titus is there to send that one away. Panthers defense up to the task there. As the ball comes forward, a Panther player goes flying as it's getting physical out there. Always is between these two. Nice little pass there. Coleman controls, goes around one, out in front, and off the side of her leg, off the side of her foot. She had an opportunity there to give the Panthers the lead. Great little touch, good little stutter step and go. And just went off the outside of her foot.
Good work, Tony!
Looked like they were going to regain control, the lead. Skurlock possesses. There's a little through ball, and Titus is there. Coleman chasing after it. Panthers have possession. Kind of squirts through. Now Sheldon with possession. Nice pass there. Sophia Schmidt here on the near side. Good job there from the Panthers, and there's a lot of off arm there being extended. Now Skurlock. Good job there by the Panther defense. Schmidt out in front, and it will go off the side of the goal, and that'll bring up a goal kick for the Lady Panthers. Panthers had won 4 in a row until they lost to South Eugene. Their last match 4-0. But South Eugene Beach hasn't allowed a goal this year.
Right.
They beat Sheldon the last time out 2-0. So South Eugene has turned out to be kind of the class of the Southwest Conference and maybe of the state. Them and Jesuit, I think, top 2 in the state and the 6A power rankings. Here we are with 22 minutes left to be played. Michaela Titus got things started from about 35 yards out on a free kick for the Lady Panthers. They took a 1-0 lead into halftime. And then the Lady Irish's Michaela answered the call here in about minute number 30 of the second half. Well, 30 minutes left in the second half on a header off a beautiful set piece on a free kick and tied it up. Coleman able to control there, a little spin move. There's a shot from distance and just off the outstretched hands of Sydney Quinney. Full extension. Coleman put a boot on it. Had an absolute rip of a shot. Quinney, an immaculate save there. Full extension, knocked it away. And the Panthers will have a corner here with 21 and a half minutes left to be played in the second half. Here's a corner. Panthers. Good play there by Quinney. Coleman comes in. It's still on the ground in front of the goal. And Sheldon's able to clear. We got a whistle. Titus is taking inventory on her head/hair, maybe. She's running back the other way, holding her head. Hopefully she's okay. Ball's been played in by the Irish. No clear, so the Panthers will have a throw-in. Deep in Sheldon territory here. 20 minutes left to be played here in half number 2. All tied up at 1 apiece. Going deep. Coleman there. Header! Far post, and that's going to just sail wide. Able to time that jump pretty well. Tony got her head on it and just sailed a little wide as Quinney let it go out. That's going to bring up a goal kick here for the Lady Irish. If you're the Panthers, though, you got to love the pressure you're putting on the Lady Irish. Coleman again out in front. And Sheldon able to clear again. But it just seems like possession after possession now. South has it deep in Sheldon territory, having opportunities, and haven't been able to come up with that goal to take the lead yet. But the more opportunities you get, it's just like anything else. If you get 15 more opportunities than the other team, your chances of winning are going to go up. Tony looking to control on the touch. She hits the deck. Irish feverishly chasing after the ball, and the Irish look to clear, able to do so. Now they're going to go to Skurlock, who kind of overtouches on that first touch, uses her body to box out, and then they run over Morgan Burke as Michaela Skurlock at midfield. That's going to bring up a free kick. We've seen Titus from deep range put the boot to the ball and have an opportunity to have it go all the way to pay dirt. There she is again, pounding one hop to the keeper, sailed over the likes of Coleman's head. So 18 and a half minutes left to be played here in regulation. Well, there is no overtime, so this could very well end up in a tie match. So it's not the playoffs. So we will have a winner, a loser, or a tire here in this match today. There's a quick little touch. Skurlock looking for help. Good job there by the Panther defense. Sheldon regains possession. They'll go out wide here to Schmidt. Burke steps in front, and Morgan Burke's going to be whistled for the infraction here with 18 minutes left to be played. And this is where Sheldon got it done the last time. What? Huh? Huh? I thought Burke was 6. And keeper is there for the Lady Panthers. Tony out in front of the defense, makes a move to her right, and then gets run over. No call. Play on for the Panthers. Send it out wide. That looks like it's off a Sheldon player. Going to bring up a corner here for the Lady Panthers. And Sheldon captain is down. I think that is Meg Haverland. And sorry, I've been calling Rainy Dabs all day. Morgan Burke, so I got to get that right. My bad to you there at home. We're going to take a break. We've got an injured Sheldon player down. We'll be right back after this quick word from our sponsors.
There's a time machine, not so far away, that takes you back to a world just a few streets wide, where wonder rules the day and families are transformed, from the smallest bug-eyed explorer to that surliest know-it-all. So dive into the past and let them see the world through a simpler lens called Southern Oregon. Their adventure begins when you travel Medford.
The Know Your Role campaign is incredibly needed and incredibly vital and important to establish boundaries, safe boundaries for children to play.
It's got to be a proactive culture where everybody enjoys the game.
At least creates awareness that some things need to change in order for the youth sports world and even actually the adult sports world to continue.
Knowing your role means that the parent, the coach, the referee, the fans, we all have a role.
Corner kick here for the Panthers. 17 minutes, 15 seconds left here in half number 2. All tied up at 1. Set piece here for the Lady Panthers with the corner kick. It's going to go, and that ball's off the hands. Little back foot action there from, look like Michaela Titus. Panthers hustling to it, got to send it back in here. Titus controls, tries to find some separation, looking for her teammates. Panthers kind of lose possession there. Ball goes all the way out to the right. And the Lady Irish will clear. They'll bring up a throw in here for the Lady Panthers. South Medford with a throw in. A little bit of an overtouch there. Lady Irish regain possession. Lady Irish clear. Skurlock coming. And South Medford will clear right back. Here's the touch by the Lady Panthers, but Irish control. Battle for it at the midfield. Rainy Dabs. And that ball will go out. Lady Irish will have a throw in here with 16 minutes left to be played in the second half. Coleman trying to step in front of that one as she tries to have possession. The Panthers do have possession. Botero from deep and off the crossbar of the goalpost. Bella had an opportunity there. She put a good boot into it, just a little bit high. That'll bring up a goal kick here for the Lady Irish with 15 and a half minutes left to be played in the second half.
College football. Oklahoma's killing West Virginia.
There is the goal kick. A little collision there at midfield. Panthers after it. Sheldon comes up with it. Heather Ramirez steps in front, pokes it forward. Rainey dabs. There's a little through ball. Coleman hustling after it. Sheldon clears. Good job of the Panthers, though applying pressure to the Lady Irish defense. They've been knocking on the door. Have the Lady Panthers here in the second half after the Lady Irish were able to get the equalizer. There's a nice little throw in. There's a touch that's going to go behind the net. Good idea there from the Lady Panthers, but it's going to bring up a goal kick here for the Lady Irish. 2 Lady Panthers checking into the match. And there is the goal kick from the Lady Irish. Rainey looks to possess. She's been outstanding in the midfield all day. She'll send it out wide. Panthers kind of lose possession of it there. Regain it. And the Panthers will have a throw-in. Here with 13 and a half minutes left to be played, all tied up at 1 apiece. Skurlock with the nice little header there. Sheldon out in front. They have Panthers have 3 or 4. And the Panthers will clear there. Hi, Sai. Yeah, Sissy. Yep. Heather Ramirez tries to win it. Sheldon comes back, has possession now. Trying to push forward. Off of that touch, Sheldon now has possession. One pass looking for Skurlock. Titus is there. It kind of goes off the side of her foot. Sheldon here with an opportunity. Makes some girl miss. The Lady Panthers trying to clear. Able to do so now to Rainey. He'll send it out wide. Nice touch pass there. Coleman with a nice pass. It goes off the back of Botero's boot. Lady Irish will be happy to clear. And the Lady Panthers will have a throw-in here with 12 minutes left to be played in the second half. Coleman will check out of the match here with 11 and a half minutes left to play. All tied up at 1. Throw in here for South Medford. Sheldon will be happy to play it out again. Here comes another throw in for the Lady Panthers. There's a beautiful header. See if the Panthers can get a boot on the ball. Keeper for Sheldon kind of runs out. They call us off, or they call? That'll bring up a goal kick for the Lady Irish. Here with 10.5 minutes left to be played in the second half. Skurlock possesses with the header. Panthers will clear. The Lady Irish will send it back down the field. Nice play there from the Lady Panthers. Good job there by, is that Rainey? Rainey will send it out wide. Heather Ramirez. She'll come back to her right foot. She tries to go far post with it. Sheldon looking to possess. Got to know where Michaela Skurlock is if you're the Panther defense. Got to mark her. Lady Irish have it. They'll send it out wide. And match is getting physical here. Down inside the last 10 minutes now. Lady Irish here on the near sideline. There goes a cross that didn't make it as far as that lady intended to. So 9 minutes left to be played here. Or a little bit more than that. All tied up at 1. Both Michaelas have scored a goal for the Lady Panthers and one for the Lady Irish. That's where we stand with just about 9 minutes left to be played now. Sorry. 2 more Lady Panthers into the match. Lady Panthers here with a throw-in. And that's going to go up and out. And South Medford will have another throw-in. Sheldon now with possession. So they'll play the ball up for Skurlock. Now she'll drop it back. Go far side. Panthers are there. And the Panthers will clear. Under 8 minutes left to be played now here in half number 2. All tied up at 1. It's going to go off a Sheldon player's head. Nice little move there. Sheldon will play it off a Panthers boot and out, and the Lady Irish will have a throw in here with 7.5 minutes left to be played. And that's going to go out. Michaela Skurlock. Now the Panthers step in front. Turn it right back over to the Lady Irish. Titus goes around one defender. Pushing forward, pushing forward. There's a ball out wide for Heather Ramirez. Heather trying to track it down. Able to do so, trying to get back to her right foot. That's going to go out off of a Lady Irish player, and the Lady Panthers will have a throw-in. Rainey will take possession of it. Panthers will drop it back. There's a ball towards the keeper. Sydney Quinney is there to put it away for the Irish here with 6 minutes left to be played in the second half. Michaela Skurlock try to send it out wide here. Jaden Duke. Panthers have it. Ramirez giving chase. And it just goes out. 5.5 minutes left to be played here in half number 2. All tied up at 1 apiece. Sheldon with a throw in deep in their own end. And that will go out. Now the Lady Panthers here with a throw in. And the Panthers will have a couple substitutions. Is that Morgan? So Tony Coleman back into the match here with 5 minutes to play. Got a quick little blow there. There's an overtouch. Sheldon clears. Panthers hustling, trying to get to it. There's a good ball. Heather giving chase. Sheldon will play it back. That's going to go out off a Sheldon player. And the Lady Panthers will have a throw in here with about 4 minutes, 15 seconds left to be played, all tied at 1.
Go, Tony!
Ramirez will send it across the field. Rainey is there. Panthers probing, looking for an opportunity. Sheldon. Titus is there. Sheldon takes over again. Now Titus kind of out of position. Good job by the Panthers to come back, regain possession. Now they'll push forward. They'll send it wide. And there's a ball that Tony's out in front of. Coleman shot on. Quinney's there and able to make another great save. Sydney Quinney, the keeper for the Sheldon Irish. Coleman out in front of the defense. And it's what a sensational save there from the Sheldon keeper.
Yeah. What?
3 minutes left to be played here in the second half. Sheldon's going to step in front of that. And there's Skurlock. She comes to the ball. Titus coming back. Going to try to play it forward now. Panthers are there. Now South Medford has it in the midfield. Sheldon does a nice job of stepping in front of that pass, though, here with an opportunity to get something going offensively. Lady Panthers step in front of that as they try to build now from the back. There's a through ball opportunity. Coleman's fighting for it. Now she has it. Nice little pass there to Ramirez. Sheldon steps back in front. Going to try to send it out wide for Coleman. She'll hustle to it, track it down. She's going to go by one. And now there's a whistle. I understand the Sheldon player's down, but that's a break. That's like a situation that Coleman just went by a defender. That's a really tough time to blow the whistle right there when Coleman goes around a defender. With 1:52 left. And now especially it's tough whistle to blow when the girl that was down on the field gets right back up. I really don't know how you make that call. And there's a face-off, which was totally inappropriate considering we had the ball in position to go try to score there. That's going to go off an Irish player, and I think it's going to be a corner for the Lady Panthers. It is. There's 1:39 and ticking now. If I'm the Panthers here, I'm looking for Coleman, maybe near post, Titus, far post. There is the corner. And Titus almost had an opportunity. Now has the ball. Will drop it back. That looked like it was off of Sheldon. Player Sheldon's going to clear. Panthers got to be on Johnny on the spot to get the throw in. Minute 10 seconds left. 70 seconds left to be played here in regulation. All tied at 1. Here comes the throw in. Sheldon looks to clear. It bounces back to Rainey. Rainey's going to look in. Heather's chasing it. And there is a whistle as Sydney Quinney came out. Looked like she got leveled by Heather Ramirez. And the whistle will go against the Panthers. That's going to be a goal kick for the Lady Irish here with 45 seconds left to be played in regulation.
Let's go, Tony!
And there's kind of a touch. It bounces to Skurlock. Michaela here got an opportunity with 30 seconds left. Titus steps in front. And there's a ball played down into the corner. 21 seconds left. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Skurlock with the throw in. Titus with the clear. Ramirez puts it out, and that's going to do it. And this match is going to end in a tie, 1-1. Very spirited match between the visiting Lady Irish of Sheldon High School and the home team, Lady Panthers. It feels like the Irish escaped with the tie because the Lady Panthers had so many opportunities there in the second half. Just nothing to show for it. It's a great match, though, between two quality teams that both can make pushes into the playoffs and maybe win a game or two and advance. So, exciting game, exciting match. Thank you for joining us here on Table Rock Sports. For Caleb Franklin, I'm Boomer Marshall saying good night and God bless from South Medford High School.